Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is AJ. I'm so glad that you're here today because I'm going to talk about something that I don't think is talked about nearly enough. And that is the trauma that happens after loss. And particularly, I think loss of someone young, like maybe a child, or even like I know people who have lost spouses at really young ages. The reason that I want to talk about this is because I think that it is very misunderstood how much that affects a person. Now, we all process trauma differently, but I think there are some traumas that are just so extreme that they make life very hard to live normally. If you've been around to this channel at all, you would know that we talk about parental alienation and everything that goes with that. And so for us here, that usually means that we have lost the relationship with at least one of our children. I wanted to provide a space for you to come to fully experience what that means to lose somebody close to you that you care about. Regardless, losing a child is horrible and it leaves such an empty hole inside those who are left behind. It can just really suck the life out of you, and there's no amount of like backfilling that with anything else that fills that hole. I know for myself, there are lots of conversations I have with people where the idea is shared that, oh, we all have struggles. Everyone has a challenge and everyone is struggling with something. And while that is true, it is also true, and I can tell you from the bottom of my soul, that I have never in my life ever struggled to this level. And I've been through a lot. We all have, but you know, I only know about my own life. And what I know to be true is that there was nothing previously in my life that undid me the way that this has. When there's people in your life that should be there that aren't, that you care so much about. And you know, I have even gotten to the point where I've accepted it. I'm not thinking about it every single day or wishing things were different or mad or angry or crying about it. Like, I'm kind of past a lot of that grief, but now, you know, I'm just kind of living my life, and there's this empty hole that nothing fills. Some part of you is missing. For those of you who have had a child leave while they were still young, meaning while they were still a minor, there's something along with that that just kind of is terrorizing, because you're in charge of their safety and you're in charge of their mental health and their well-being and everything that it is to raise a child. Night after night after night, there's no phone call, no text, no communication at all to even know if they're okay. What I really want to do today is just to make space for the grief that's still there, and that it's okay, because I think a lot of times what I feel is that I'm the only one that can't seem to get better, and everybody else around me with all of these, you know, trials that everybody else seems to have, or I'm told that everybody else has, and I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. But I kind of want to roll my eyes, because not all trials are made equally. And losing a child is just horrific. No amount of therapy or medication or treatment has healed the hole I still have. And I've tried everything. That sounds pretty extreme, but I really can't think of anything I haven't tried. If I think of it, then I'm out there trying it. And then I still come home, and to be quite frank, if I allow myself to feel the full feelings of it, I sob uncontrollably. That gets to be pretty debilitating, and so, you know, you have to rein it in by doing something so that you can function in life. But I think the honest truth is that wherever you are at in your journey of healing, I want to say that it's okay. I hear you. I feel you, because everybody wants to make us feel better. Everybody wants us to be better. People have a really hard time watching their loved ones suffer and just, you know, being there. just being there with somebody as they suffer or struggle is really, really hard for humans to do. There's no judgment, there's no anger about why people can't do it, but they just suck at it, frankly, suck at it. And, you know, I get comments all the time about, oh, don't be so hard on yourself, or, you know, you're a good mom, or, you know, just be happy, and just very well-meaning crap. Sorry if if someone I know just heard me say that, but it is kind of well-meaning crap. And I mean that with all the love I can muster, because I know that these people mean well, and it also is kind of crap for us who have lost people. I have unrequited pain that I don't know what can fill it, to be honest, other than maybe, you know, some kind of deep connection to God, or a heavenly being or something, perhaps can soothe that feeling of pain. But it doesn't ever take it away. There's that hole is always going to be there. And I want to feel like it's okay that it's there, because everything I have tried doesn't fix it. It's still there. And so I think what we have to do is just learn to live with it, learn how we're going to cope with it, because it's always going to be there. Some days for me, that looks like being furious and angry. And some days that looks like me bawling my eyes uncontrollably and just crying it all out. Some days that looks to me like I'm trying to put one step in front of the other and do something meaningful that matters in life. And every day I carry that little hole with me, little or big, however, whatever size it is that day. It's like, I'm just going to let it be whatever size it wants to be, because they're humans. We need those relationships with our children that are so important that we don't have. And some of us may never have again. And while we deal with that, I felt like, for me, I wanted to just stand up and say, it's not that I'm being hard on myself. It's not that I'm thinking I'm this awful mom. And it's not that I'm not trying, because I am. It's that that hole left behind is so painful and almost like it's impossible to eradicate. I haven't eradicated it yet. It's still there. And who knows if it'll ever leave. I doubt it ever will. And so for me, what I wanted is to create a space where it was okay for that hole and for that pain that you and I are experiencing is allowed to exist in whatever size it wants to exist for that day, for that moment. And that it could look as ugly as it needs to be, because it's pretty ugly. It sucks pretty bad. So I just wanted to say that that's what I have to share with you today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.